What? I'm back with another video a week later. Okay, consistency. So I guess technically I'm doing a mukbang, but technically not. I just I tried Postmates for the first time. I got Cookout, and I'm not even got kind of hungry, so I'm already kind of disappointed. I've only had Cookout once since I've been up here. I didn't even know what a Cookout was until I got up here. But I got like it's like this cheddar burger. Kind of this cheddar burger. I put lettuce, pickles. Dang, they really just slapped the pickle on there. They weren't playing about how thick their condiments be. I put lettuce, mustard, ketchup with fries. I got a milkshake. And I'm convinced it's not meant for me to have a milkshake because I literally ordered a milkshake from Five Guys the other day and I didn't get it. And I asked the lady what happened with it, and she was like, they didn't give me a milkshake, sorry. So I was kind of hot about that because I'm like, how do you not, like, it said milkshake on the receipt, and in my order it's still charging me for the milkshake, so I made sure to get a refund on that. And then I'm taking my plate to go upstairs so I can do this video, and my milkshake fall over, hit the table, hit the carpet. I pick it up, the bottom bust open, milkshake on the floor. That's why it's in this little cup. But anyway, originally I was just going to do a video, but then I was like, you know what, I ain't really got no food I want to eat at the house. I'm going to try to see if Postmates work. If not, then I don't know. But I basically wanted to catalog my thoughts. It's been a week since I made that video, distancing myself, well, how I've been distancing myself from people. And I wanted to kind of talk about how that's been for me. It's been a week. Actually, it hasn't been a week. I just made that video. It's been kind of close to a month that I've been on that path. I'm eating my fries with a fork so I can be a little less messy. I'm also upset because I ordered a large fry, and this looks like a medium. But the one thing I knew that was going to happen when I started this change was the fact that I was going to get lonely. I expected that. That's what stopped me from going about this path like as seriously as I've been going about it now, because I knew that there was going to be times where I was going to be lonely. That's the biggest thing I feel like we have to deal with as a generation, is loneliness. Like, I'm an old spirit, and I know back in the day, you know, people struggled, and they usually had somebody to go along with them in their path to struggle because they kind of grew up from the same type of lifestyle. So they knew they kind of struggled together. It's that struggle that brought them together in a sense. Plus, you see that in like old movies all the time. Two people from different backgrounds coming together and overcoming their different struggles in life. And for me, that was always something admirable. That's why I like superhero relationships so much, because of the fact that we have this person. I use Spider-Man for example, because Spider-Man is going to be my favorite superhero for all time. His relationship with like Mary Jane, he's been through so much. Like, that's why I say it's Superman and Lois Lane. There was somebody else I was thinking about. Oh, Superman, Lois Lane, Cyclops and Jean Grey, and Spider-Man and Mary Jane. It was like at least top 10 most notable and most likable relationships in comics because of how their relationship is. And like Spider-Man has been through so much, and just his relationship with Mary Jane, that even when they're not together, she's still somebody he goes to for support because she understands the different struggles and how hard it's been for him being Spider-Man. So I always admired that because it's like, you know, I've gone through different, it's not like I've struggled, like I've had more privilege than most. I'm not going to try to deny that. Burger is good though. But it's just like, you know, I've been depressed. When I was a kid, I really was like just going through the motions. So I kind of acknowledge why, you know, things weren't really working out because I didn't even know what I wanted. I was too busy trying to please everybody that I wasn't really working on myself too much. Like I've been doing for 21 years of my life. So I understand why I've kind of been in the situations I've been. But like in my head, before I acknowledged my own part in it, I always thought it would be nice to have somebody that was there for me when I needed them. I'm using a fork and I still have ketchup on my hands. How? But even up to like last month, that's how I was still feeling, sort of. Cause now I should be kind of going through like depression, like really thinking about things. Right now I'm fine. That is the thing I'm eventually getting to. I know I'm talking and eating too much, but like I've always wanted somebody to be there for me when I needed them, because I was always there for everybody else. Like all I wanted was that same energy reciprocated. So I bounced on a lot of opportunities that felt like, you know, this is it. This is the energy that I'm finally going to get reciprocated. And obviously I'm not, because I'm still like single and in the same situation. Well, same situation overall, but like different approach, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying that I don't want a relationship right now. I don't want somebody, not necessarily like to force a struggle, because that's another thing. We, like this generation now, where there's so many opportunities. Like it's so much we can do now. And a lot of us tend to just stick to trying to struggle. Like, you know how you have those rappers that grew up in gated communities and like, all my life I had to struggle, I was gang banging. No, you weren't. It's like, why are you picking to struggle? Like, there's so many opportunities where you can grow and succeed, and you want to pick the I was a struggling rapper dynamic. Like, you could at least be, you know, I came from a good home. Like, people will listen to anything as long as you make it some kind of good, whether it's the beat, the lyrics, something. Somebody's gonna listen to it. So why are you choosing to struggle? You could be like, you know, I might not have been from the hood, I grew up in a loving home, but I still want to rap and show y'all that, you know, life doesn't have to be hard for you to be happy. You know, you can be successful coming from any type of background. So I lost my train of thought. What I was getting at was, yeah, I still have those feelings deep down. for what I expect my life to be down the road. Like, I still plan on getting married, still plan on having children and all that. Just right now, I know for a fact that trying to go about it with the people I've been trying to go about it with is not gonna work. And one big thing I've noticed, the whole reason I started talking about Snapchat sent me something. The whole reason I started thinking about started talking about, good Lord, get it together. The whole reason I started talking about the whatever I started talking about, oh Lord, I'm going senile. Anyway, what I was trying to say was I was cataloging my thoughts and what I've been thinking about this week. And the biggest thing I've noticed is I've just been reminiscing. And I knew back in the day when I was trying to go about this, I knew it was going to be hard because I was going to get lonely, because I was going to think about how I'm cutting myself off from possible opportunities that never really came to be. But it's like, you know, if I start a friendship today, maybe it'll be something. Or, you know, if I talk to this girl, maybe it'll be something. Stuff like that. It's a lot easier to get in that mindset when you're in school, too. Because nobody focuses on schoolwork. You're trying to talk to all the girls. You're trying to make friends. If you were me, you know, you're just trying to live life and enjoy the people around you. Or make yourself be liked by the people around you so you feel comfortable. And it's not good. So when I got out of school, it became a little harder, because it's like, you know, I didn't really go outside like that. Like, I used to run around the neighborhood, but I didn't really like interact too much with people. I was in the house most of the time. Then I got a job. I was around these different people. I started feeling things would come from the women that I've been around, I've worked around, I've built good relationships with, I thought. Like, it's key women in my life that I still reminisce about. I say key women, it's really like one, because I've been thinking about her a lot lately. Well, more lately, because she was one of the last good possible relationships that I had. Like, I did a video on Valentine's Day of last year, I believe, where I was talking about my experiences with relationships and stuff. My first girlfriend that I remember, I was a-hole. I am not gonna lie. Like, it was good while we were together. Then we broke up and we got even better. Like, we should have been friends from the beginning. But then at some point I just got so cocky. So I messed that up. I don't really think about her anymore. Because, like, I acknowledged that I was a-hole. But I also acknowledged that nothing would have come from that. Anyway, like, all these girls are lessons. But back then, I would have seen it as more instead of looking at it as what it was. So her didn't work out, became a-hole. Somewhere down the road, I got soft. I still don't understand that. Like, I was so cocky, and then something knocked me off my peg, and then bow, I became a loser. Second girlfriend. Honestly, if we're being honest, we shouldn't even date it. And she was like the least memorable. Cause like we had moments, like she was my first kiss, but it's like we didn't really date. Like we just knew each other and we might make out a couple times. But shoot, I had to wait till we was broken up and like a year later for us to even make out a little bit. It wasn't even worth it. So I don't even think about her really. Like I see her on Facebook every now and then. I was like, I don't even like feel anything, because it's like I don't even like my best friend my best friend at the time, she put us together, and that's kind of why we got together. But it's just like, dumb. My third girlfriend, we're still kind of friends. Like, we talk every now and then. We didn't end too well because I was too clingy at that point. And also, she like kissed her best friend, but I didn't even know about that till after we broke up. So I built up resentment for her at the time. Because I was like, that's really messed up, you know? But I think if I didn't have that resentment, we probably done a lot more. We would be like slightly better friends, I think. But then I tried to cut off with my fourth girlfriend, and they became friends. I was funny. But fourth girlfriend most memorable because we were almost a year together, and that relationship there, that's where I first learned about toxic relationships. Not just because of her. We were toxic for each other. It was good in the I call it puppy dog stage. It was good then. And then somewhere along the lines, it just brought out the worst in both of us. So I'm glad that it ended the way it did, because it wasn't gonna benefit us. It was funny, me and my brother were going through the same experience. Like, me and him, I think he was like 2 months after I started dating my girlfriend. I think so, because I started dating her in December. He asked his girlfriend out on Valentine's Day. So we were going through this like similar experiences. It was crazy. That's my brother though, because like anytime we go through something, we go through the same thing in the same time. It's crazy. Anyway, I learned the most about myself from that relationship. Now, I've been learning from that relationship. We dated, we broke up in like 11th grade. And at least 3 years after that, I was still learning different things about the relationship. Because it took me like a year to even figure out, hey, you weren't so good in that relationship either, buddy. And then after that, it was just like trying to date people. It's 3 girls in the past year that have been slightly memorable in their lessons that I've learned from them. The first girl, I worked with her at my other job, and me and her were talking for a minute, and like, I really like this girl. I don't even know, like, I didn't really pay much attention to her until like an incident happened. She had got hit by a car. And I'm not like, I mean, I probably was. Like, I don't know. I felt bad for her. I didn't even like talk to her like that before, but it's like, dang, that happened to you. Now I'm kind of worried. And I started talking to her from that point. It's like, it's crazy. I was gonna say it kind of feel like I was just talking to her because it, you know, that happened. And I think at the time, maybe like, I don't know, it just felt weird. And like, we started talking, and somewhere along the lines, I started liking her. Because there was another girl at my job that I kind of like maybe 2 of them. But it was like this other girl that I was training her on cash register, and me and her kind of had a decent relationship. But she left, and we didn't really like talk or nothing. I'm bad about getting people's numbers, so I'm really trying to get into the talk to anybody thing, especially considering the fact that I have a bad history of catching feelings, basically. But with her, it was different. Like, we talked. Right? She handled me the best, like, emotionally. When I felt down, I would tell her about it, and she would reassure me. We would talk. We'd hang out. It sucked, though, because, like, I'm a very physical, affectionate person. Like, I barely even could hug the girl I'm like, dang, I'm trying to touch the button. I can't even do that. None of that. And I used to talk on the phone like every day. Netflix and D.A.C by Smino was her ringtone. So every time I hear that song, I think about, dang, this was some memories. I started working 2 jobs because I was thinking about our future. Like, hold up. Before we pause the video and start commenting, this nigga crazy. No. I was thinking that I needed to work two jobs to acquire more money, because in the event that she was still in my life, I would need more money. Even if not, it's still a good experience. I learned from it, and I quit my other job to still work at this job. It was a learning experience all around. But I was considerate of her because I actually wanted to see where this was going to go, and I hoped it was going to go somewhere. But yeah, that was the best relationship. That wasn't really a relationship. Like, we talked about it. We wanted to take it slow because she's had bad experiences before, and it was good for me to kind of take things slow and really develop. But like, I really cared about her, and I really like started liking her. Like, when I was at my other job, there was like cute girls, but it's like I don't care about y'all. I'm trying to get home and talk to my bae that ain't my bae. But just like all good things, it came to an end. And it didn't even come to an end on like a good note. She just kind of left me high and dry. And then she posted on Snapchat, I wish I had a nigga that was all about me. I ain't gonna lie, that hurt my feelings. I say, dang. But I said before, you can give somebody the world. You can have the best interest at heart, and they'll still leave you because they didn't want you. Even though she did call me like sometime late last year and was talking about how things didn't, how things ended kind of good, so she felt like she could check up on me. And I was like, I just worried a double. I'm not really trying to hear it, but I'll see where this goes. Never heard from him again, so didn't go nowhere. I think she kind of heard my not so friendly tone. It's like I was trying to be friendly, but it's like I was mostly over the hurt, but it's like I can't I'm not in that space right now to just bring you back. I'll see where it goes if it goes anywhere, but I'm just not I'm not jumping on this opportunity. Good thing too, because nothing came out of it, like I said. Next 2 girls, they were just different. Like, I didn't understand their type of person, so I took it more seriously than I should have. Long story short, they both got out of me what they wanted, and that was that. Did Dale get anything? No. He got false hope and unnecessary feelings. I'm not bitter about it anymore, because it's like, nigga, you was dumb. But I just understand, looking back, I hate the fact that I had to go through different things and waste so much time, but I also love the fact that I'm learning. I understand that I had to go through this. That's why I don't really reminisce on ex-girlfriends. It's even if it did go better, it wasn't destined to work out. It wasn't. It was a lesson that I needed to learn about myself, reflect on it. Once I've learned everything I need to know, let it go. And that's where I'm at. And that's why it used to be hard to be in this mindset where I'm just alone, cutting myself off from everybody. Because it's dang, what if this person gets better and now I'm pushing them away? I didn't waste my time when they weren't better, so now I just gotta put my life on hold, hoping they do get better. That's the kind of mindset I used to have. So that's done. That's dead. And even when I reminisce about better times, it's oh yeah, that was good. I honestly liked what I got out of that. But just because something was good doesn't mean it's meant to stay. It's good for that moment and then it's gone. So I reminisce. I think about, how good it would be. I'm not going to lie. I reminisce, and I still think, you know, it would be nice to have companionship. I see how, because practically everybody at my job is dating somebody. So I see and hear about all their different experiences with their person or their multiple persons. And it's like, I had to think about it. Do I really want that what everybody else has? Like, there's nobody that I could go to at my job that doesn't have some type of thing that comes with them. Nothing against them, but it's like, am I really willing to deal with whatever baggage, we'll say, could come with that? Basically, the consequences or the stigma baggage. Like, am I gonna be willing to deal with that on top of having to deal with? I don't really have any more baggage because, like, I've been thinking about everything, kind of squashing it, understanding it for what it was, and letting it go. But it's like, that's what I think about when I think about dating people. Do I really want to deal with whatever possibilities could come from this person? Not just like people at work, but just like people in general. Like, I look at a cute girl. Some days I might have confidence where I feel like hollering at her. But I don't, because I like leaving women alone, because I know they don't like being bothered. It's bad enough men in today's society are terrible people. So I leave them alone. But I think about it. Like, do I really want to deal with whatever could come from this? Is anything even going to come from this? If not, I just leave it alone. And that's how I know that I'm getting better, because it's like, normally I'd be like, yeah, I risk the consequences. Now it's like, why? What are you going to get out of this that you, like, literally could just wait for whatever is meant for you to find you? Like, you can just wait. Leave it alone. If it's meant for you, it'll be there for you. Like, there's this one girl I keep seeing everywhere. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've seen her at like 5 different locations since I've been here. I swore I even saw her back home. It's weird. But I don't think anything's going to come out of that. I just happen to keep seeing the same chick. But that's kind of the point. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. If not, leave it alone. So I reminisce a lot. And I think about the different things that I've gone through, the happy moments, the sad moments, the angry moments. And it was worth it. Trust me, it made me a much better person intellectually. And I needed that. I needed that experience. Especially being the type of person I am, because I like helping other people with their experiences of relationships and stuff. Because I have such a good understanding of it when it comes to other people. Now I have a good understanding of it when it comes to me. Mostly because emotions aren't involved. Like I said in my other video, when emotions are involved, it's so much easier to not even see. Like, I'm starting to understand why people are the way they are about certain people. Because it's like, you can list thing after thing after thing about what's wrong with that relationship. But I love him. Well, shoot, I can't do nothing about that. And I've loved one person. I tried to deny him, but my brother was like, nah, nigga, you know you loved her. And that was my 4th girlfriend. She's actually my first love. Because, you know, I tried to write it off as, well, it's not like I would date her or anything. Because for me, a first love is somebody that you always have love for. I like, there might still be something there. But that's just me trying to run away from the truth. Because technically I do still have love for her. She was such a great lesson for me growing up. Like, she really did a lot for me. Like, as negative as that relationship got, it was still a very positive experience in the end. So I always have love for her. We'll never talk again, I'm sure. And that's fine with me. But I still have love for her. I never try to not acknowledge the significance she had in my life. That much is true. Yeah. That's just what I've been thinking. I've been doing a lot of reminiscing about good times. And I know back in the day, it would really have more of an effect on me. But like I've been so what's the word? So introspective in myself that I kind of understand like you're not gonna get anything out of forcing anything and trying to make something out of nothing. So just live. Let life be what it is. And the more you start to understand the things around you, the easier it'll be to figure out what's meant for you and what's not. Which makes it so much easier to be alone now. Because that was something I always struggled with before. I always scared that I was going to hurt somebody else by moving forward with myself. Like people really cared about my feelings. So that's why I really feel like this is, I just spit. I really feel like this is my time. Like, this is where I'm meant to be heading in life. With a couple more changes, I'll be even further along where I've been wanting to be. And that's a good feeling. I don't want to let anything distract me. Or anything unnecessary distracting me from my purpose and what I want to do in life. Well, I'm still figuring that out. But what I'm meant for in life, I'll say. I'm not scared anymore. That's the best part. Like, I also reminisce about friendships. Alright, this one girl, the girl I was talking about in my other video, we fell off. And I was thinking about how, a lot of time I spent worrying about things. Well, always about other people. I wonder if such and such is good today. I wonder if that thing they were telling me about is fine today. I worried a lot about other people. And it's like, I think my video just got cut in half. It's still recording, but it just told me max gigabyte, whatever. So it's gonna take forever to edit this video. But anyway, it's not that it's bad to worry about other people. Like, as much as I did, it's just it wasn't beneficial because they didn't worry about themselves as much as I did. Like, I was always the one that was wrong for being more angry about a decision that's moving someone backwards from their own goals. So I think about it. So, I remember when that person used to be like more prominent in my life, and I used to be more prominent in theirs, I thought. But like, it doesn't benefit me. Everything that's going on with that person anymore. Technically, it never really did, but it's really evident now because it's like my life isn't really affected not knowing what's going on. Plus, my eavesdropping skills are on 10, so it's like I know a majority of what's going on anyway, but it's like it doesn't have the same effect on me. Like, I don't worry about it anymore, but it's like I acknowledge it in my head. Like, yeah, I'm noticing these different things that's being said. because I'm so used to paying attention to that person. A lot of the things that they say was more prominent in my head than other people. But I acknowledge a lot of things that go on at mostly just work. I'm trying to acknowledge a lot of things going on there. Being mindful of my surroundings and whatnot. And, you know, I kind of just, it goes in one ear, goes out the other. And it doesn't benefit me anymore to just, like, keep it in my head. But the biggest lesson I want to be taken away from this video is the fact that it gets lonely. You know, some people are fortunate enough to not have to go through the stage where they're alone in their journey. Like, honestly, if I let more people in, or if other people's circumstances weren't the way they were, I would have more support on my side in times like this where I would normally feel like I really need it. But there's a period of time where it feels like it's bad. And one thing I had to learn was that you have to get used to this type of feeling. And two, it's meant to be for me. You know, I can't necessarily say what's meant to be for everybody that goes through this specific journey in life, because I'm just really now experiencing it. You going okay. So for me, I know for a fact that I was meant to just like isolate myself from so many different things because of how it wasn't benefiting me to be around it. And I was scared to acknowledge this, but if it's something in the back of your head and every time you go through the same experience and this is the solution that you come to, you might want to listen to it, big fella. Because the only thing about that is it's hard when you're not ready. So you always have to make sure you're ready for this change. Like, okay, I know that I've been doing this for so long and I know I should be doing this, but am I ready for the change in my life that's going to come from not doing or having or being a part of this thing that I'm so used to being a part of? Like, I'm not sure what's over on this side, so am I ready to even like to experience that change? Like, you dip your toe in it a little bit, it's like, I don't know about that, water kind of cold over there, I'm gonna go over here where the water's still warm, and that water just gonna keep getting hot and it's gonna start getting unbearable, and that freezing water gonna start feeling a little cooler because now you done been burnt for so long you don't feel nothing, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, dip your toe in the other water, you know, just dip your toe in there. I'm not gonna say just dive right in, because you can't be ready like the first couple times. Like, honestly, I should have been more ready like early in life, but I wasn't ready because I still had those same attachments and those habits. I wasn't trying to let go of that because I was still in that water. So, you know, no rush. I mean, you don't know how long you're gonna live. Not trying to be all morbid or nothing. Like, you don't know how long you're gonna live, but you do know. Well, you don't know how long you're gonna live, but you're gonna have to decide how long you want to live with this compared to whatever could be on this side. You know, you have to. That's where you have to make the decision of what you want to, like, if time's already limited for you, what do you even really want to deal with? Do you want to be scared and stick to this, or you want to go ahead and just experience this new thing that might be better for you? You know, you got to look at it like that. I took too long, in my opinion, to get to this point, but I'm here now, and I think I'm here to stay. And that's the best part about it, because it's definitely better for me. But this video was already long enough. I think I proved my point. Like I said, I was really just cataloging the different things I've been thinking about this past week. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna upload weekly Like, I'm not gonna put it out there in the universe, and then next Sunday y'all like, well, where you at? But I do want to at least upload. Like, if I can do a video like this every once in a while, more often than 2 months, then that's what I would try to do. Because it's nice to just sometimes sit down and talk. Because I think you got something out of this video. It's nice to have things like this, basically. But that's it for this video. You know, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, I see people advertising the bell, post notification bell, you know. And that way, when I finally do upload, you be like, hey, I know him. And you watch my video. If not, you know, I understand. It's cool. It's alright. It's okay. It's alright. Alright. But, yeah. I'm out.